Shalom, welcome, Yonatan Salem. I'm here in our new center, our Torah center of Shalom La'am, in the heart of Tel Aviv. We have opened a center for the disseminating of Torah, for the youth, Baruch Hashem. We have 6-7 languages simultaneously going on in the Bet Midrash. English, French, Italian, Spanish, Portuguese, Turkish, and Ivrit. Boys from all different continents finding here Chavrutot, Shiurim, coming to learn, strengthen their commitment, be good Torah Jews, becoming better people, cherishing our values, our ethics, our morals. Everyone, please feel welcome. Bugrashov 63, Tel Aviv. I'd like to say a small message about Purim. A message that will define the essence of the simcha, the happiness of Purim. What is interesting is that we find that on all the chagim, whether it's Pesach, Shavuot, Sukkot, a person is not allowed to get married because the Chachamim teach us the samachta b'chagecha. A person must enjoy, be happy with the festival. That may deter a person if he's enjoying getting married to his wife. The simcha that will go in the marriage will detract from the simcha of the Yom Tov. Therefore, the Chachamim say it's forbidden to get married on Chol HaMoed, on Sukkot. V'samachta b'chagecha v'lo be'ishtecha. If so, why is it that on Purim, possibly the happiest day in the year, why is it that we are allowed to get married? The Shulchan Aruch rules that a person is allowed to get married on Purim. Surely are we not taken over with the simcha of Purim, that the simcha of the wedding will detract from that of Purim? Another question, similar question on the same vein, in the opposite direction. We should never know, but if a person is sitting Shiva, he's lost a relative, and Yom Tov comes along, the halacha is, if he's in the middle of Shiva of the 7 days of mourning, the Yom Tov stops the mourning period. And it's interrupted, it finishes as soon as the Yom Tov comes. However, with Purim, if a person, Shalom Neda, we shouldn't know, is sitting Shiva before Purim, he carries on sitting Shiva during Purim. Purim does not interrupt the mourning period. How are we meant to understand this? Surely, Purim's the happiest day of the year. Another question. We are taught, Mishanichnas Adar Marbim B'Simcha. When the month of Adar comes in, we are meant to increase our enjoyment. Firstly, what does it mean to increase? Increase means that there's a base rate and you're meant to build on that. What's the base rate of enjoyment that we're meant to have in the other months? That now when Adar comes along, we're building on that, we're increasing it. Not only that, not only Mishanechnas Adar Marbim B'Simcha, not only that we are allowed to... Not only that, what is interesting is, Mishanechnas Adar Marbim B'Simcha means when Adar, the month of Adar comes in, we have to increase. This is not like what we find with the other chagim, where we are commanded to be b'simcha. With the other chagim, there's a mitzvah to be happy, drink wine, eat meat. A din simcha, there's no concept of increasing, going up. What are we going up in? What are we escalating in? Surely if there's a din simcha, a concept, halakha, they have to be happy. You're happy. What's this concept of increasing? Besides for the past question that we're building on something. To explain the essence of the simcha of Purim, let's just give a bit of a background. The Jewish people at the time had fallen. They were contaminating themselves. They were mixing with the non-Jews. They were letting themselves fall. This was causing that Hashem had to set us back on track. What happens is that when we let ourselves slip, we fall, a person's spiritual antennas, spiritual ability to feel for values and morals of Torah and the teachings of Torah get dampened, and a person's lifestyle gets changed, and a person's spirituality, a person's excitement, passion, inspiration is dampened, and the person may even come doubt. Who says? Why do we have to do it? Who says there's Hashem even? In essence, this was the motto of Amalek. Amalek, our staunch enemy, their motto was to create a situation that a person becomes doubtful. A person who says this Hashem, that was their motto. Hayesh Hashem b'kirbeinu im ayin. That was the job of the original Nachash, the snake, to put in the venom of doubt, to put in that venom of ridding of inspiration, of passion, of that drive, of the energy towards our religion. The Gemara relates that Rav Hamnuna would sing at weddings, Vailan de mitnin, Vailan de mitnin. Woe to us that we're going to die, woe to us we're going to die. Understandably, he was trying to ensure that the tone of simcha, of joy and happiness, would be correct. But surely, was this not overstepping? Is this the way to make happy the chatan and the kala? Woe to us that we're going to die. In my eyes, Hashem has given our generation a most beautiful present of a technology called the Waze. What is Waze? If I were to want to travel from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem, I'd get in my car, I'd have to take maps, try to remember the way, know the way. Maybe I'll never get there. Maybe it'll take 5 hours. Maybe it'll take 3 hours. I don't know. I'll have a certain uncertainty. However, with Waze, it gives you the ability to put in the address where I'm going to. I'm going to Yeshivat Ahavat Shalom, Jerusalem. Already now, when getting in the car, I'm already got the happiness and the joy of the destination already here, because I know that if en route I start going left when I'm not meant to be, the Waves is going to bleep and put me back on track. The happiness of the alleviation of living a life of doubt is a tremendous simcha that a person has. The ways that program destination of a person, that where he's going, what he's doing, enables a person to have a happy, joyful life. If a person puts into the ways that the destination is, our life begins at 120, when we're going to pass on from this world and we're going to reach a level where we're going to need to face eternity and to have to give a reckoning whether we deserve eternity, that should give a person the biggest simcha, because he's eliminated doubts along the journey. En simcha katarat haspekot. The ability to have that happiness and joy of knowing where I'm going, where my direction is. I'm not getting lost. I know where I'm heading. That gives a person a tremendous security, happiness, joy, a ridding of doubts. The concept of Purim is that we are here before Purim to undermine those doubts that Amalek were trying to cast those aspersions. Amalek, gematria, numerical value 240, is the same as Sophic. It's the numerical value of their address was to create doubt, Sophic, doubt. It was to be metashtesh. It was to blur the boundaries. It was to make a person unclear, which Amalek 240 is also the same gematria as $240, which money also, it blurs our boundaries. It makes that we don't know how to see straight. We get distracted, we get bribed. Incidentally, it's also the same gematria as politica, politics, which also, it's the same root. Our job is to ensure that through being Megala the Hester, revealing Hashem in our lives, revealing that clarity through the hidden lifestyles, through the hidden exile that we're living in, to be Megala the Hester, that is the biggest simcha of clarity that we need to achieve and attain in these days. Marbim b'simcha means that we are increasing the level of clarity, we are ridding of that blurred that tries constantly to take us off our direction, try to make sure the ways is not programmed. The more we go in Purim and enter and go further, the more clarity we should be attaining. We should be giving us more simcha, that happiness of joy of knowing where we're heading, where we're going, what we're doing. That is the simcha of Purim. Understandably, that's not contrary to getting married. That's the lifestyle that a Jew should naturally live. Understandably, it's not contrary to if a person, shalom nida, we should not know if a person is getting shiva, living with Hashem is the lifestyle of a Jew. We have to constantly, going through this month, as we reach this crescendo, we reach this great day of Purim, where the simcha is reaching a pinnacle that we can point with our finger, Zeh Keli V'Anveiling. We can point and say, this is our God. We know who you are. We have that level of clarity. We are blotting out any doubts, any blurredness, any Amalek that comes along that tries to undermine our vision, our address that's been typed into their ways. This is the real simcha, when a person is able to ensure that his ways is programmed with the right address, that where he's trying to reach to at 120, where life starts, that's where he wants to start the real level of eternity, which is all dependent upon his input in this physical world. When a person's on target, stays online, and the waves will bleep if he goes on the wrong address, that gives a happiness, a clarity, it gives an ability for a person to have a relaxedness of where he's going, what he's doing. We should merit, all of us, to reveal Hashem. Let him come out, let him shine forth, rid of that blurredness that Amalek is constantly trying to cast into our lives. Let us enjoy that level of clear vision of living with Hashem, seeing Hashem, and that happiness should carry us through the year.